Welcome back to another episode of No Waco. This is your host, Debbie. Welcome back to another episode of No Waco. I'm your host, Debbie, and today we have a very special guest here in the studio. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Absolutely. I am Dr. Hunter Gray, and I started Waco Hawker Walks.
Woo woo!
I know. It's exciting. I'm happy to be here. Thank you so much.
Yes, of course. Well, the first question I always ask our guests on the show is, what brought you to Waco? Or are you a Waco native?
I am not. I am a Waco transplant. And so I actually grew up in Southern California. I'm originally from a suburb called Burbank. And
Yes.
Yeah, it's beautiful. If you've never been, definitely need to go.
Mm-hmm.
But I pretty much grew up there. And it's funny because I always said I was going to stay in California forever and I wasn't going to leave. But I do like warm weather. So for college, I agreed to look at California, Texas, Florida. I came to Waco. I toured Baylor and that was it. I fell in love. Yeah. And I just loved this city really so much. Loved Baylor, so it was an amazing experience. I got to be able to come here and do that. I moved around again a little bit after that. I actually went to grad school in Florida, moved home for a little bit. I was actually up in Amarillo, and then I just came back. This Saturday will be my 1-year anniversary back in Waco after starting my job.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you. Yeah.
Well, we're so glad to have you here in Waco. And so, as you mentioned, you started Waco Hawker Walk. So what is that? What's Hawker Walk?
What is Hawker Walks? Yes. So it's funny. I will admit I didn't even know what it was. I had heard of Waco Hawker Walks, and I originally first saw that there was girls in Austin doing these walks every week, and they were just getting groups of girls together. And I was like, that seems so fun. And I thought I was actually going to go to Austin one day and do that. And I was like, wait a second, I wonder if that's something we could do here. So I asked my sisters who are in college, and they told me about the whole TikTok trend. And pretty much what it just is it's a group of women getting together and just walking. And it's just a great opportunity. And so I was like, you know what? That sounds great. Instead of going to another city, why not just start it here? And yeah, Waco Hawker Walks was created. So I had a lot of really great support from friends when I kind of ran the idea by them, which has been wonderful.
Yeah, and this is number 3 coming up.
Number 3, yes. So in April, I started our Instagram, announced our first walk for May. And so pretty much it's a once-a-month walk. So it's very low maintenance. You just show up. We say it's open to any and all women, but honestly, it is an inclusive space.
I love that.
Anyone that wants to come, please, we are so welcome to have you. We even say you can come with no one. You want to make new friends, you can come with friends. Or if you just even want to walk with headphones and not even talk and you just want to stroll with us, please feel free. We're happy to have you.
I love that. And so your next one is coming up.
Coming up, yes. So we did change it. So usually it'll always be the first Monday of the month. But of course, with the holiday, we kind of flip-flop it a little bit because we want everyone to enjoy the holiday and get the walk too.
Yes.
Of course. And so we ended up doing, it'll be this coming Monday. So July 10th, we meet at 6:15 at the Redwood Shelter in Cameron Park. And then about 6:30 is when we start walking. And it's about a 3 to 4 mile walk, but it's all on the flat. So we don't go up the hill. We just do the river walk. So you actually get to go all the way around the river. It's a really pretty view. Yeah. And we've actually had our first walk had 24 women.
Wow.
Yes.
Snaps.
I was shocked. I didn't know if anyone was going to show up. I thought it might just be me.
Yeah.
And we've even had a bunch of furry friends. We've had all come with us. And so it's been a really great environment. So
I love that.
And coming up number 3, I'm hoping we'll keep that energy going.
I love that. I'm so glad you're here. So you kind of just saw this as a necessity in our community. What has it been like creating this community?
It has been wonderful because I have gotten to learn more about Waco. So since I graduated, Waco has changed in I think a wonderful way that it's grown a lot. It still, I think, has the same heart and community, which is what I love about Waco so much. And so I think one of the best parts of doing this was I've learned more about what's going on in the community. I know more about events or even just businesses, and I've gotten to meet so many people. And so that's been wonderful just to get to feel like I've become even more part of the community here.
Oh, I love that so much. Well, thank you so much for doing this. What is something that really has inspired you throughout this whole process?
Yeah, well, I think it's probably too just my medical background. So I am an optometrist here in town. Yeah, and so health is, of course, important. Actually, most of what I do is I do a lot more medical-based optometry. So I would say a lot of diabetic eye exams, just overall health and things like that. And so it is important to keep moving. And I think one of the best ways to do that is with friends. You know, working out doesn't have to be a stressful thing.
It is for me. No, I'm kidding.
It can be. But I think this is a great way just to get people moving out and about, enjoy the beautiful scenery of Cameron Park, and just go ahead and get some health and some healthy steps in.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're so lucky lucky because we have Cameron Park here.
Yes.
Everybody loves Cameron Park. And I think it's like the second largest inner city park next to Central Park, which is crazy.
Yes. It's funny. I will post pictures all the time and my friends are like, oh, where did you travel to? And I'm like, no, I'm in Waco still. I didn't leave. And they're like, what do you mean? And I was like, yeah, it's
Cameron
beautiful if you have not been out there. So definitely, yeah, it's gorgeous for anyone that hasn't gone. I recommend it.
I love that. And what is maybe one of your goals that you hope to achieve from doing this?
Oh, that is a great question. I will be so honest. I don't know if I went into this with any expectations. And so I think, honestly, any of the goals I have had, I think one of them has been to just bringing in more community things. So one of the things we've actually did with the walk was we got stickers made. And one of the things I wanted to do was keep it in-house. And so we actually use Sticker Universe here in Waco.
Oh, wow.
They made it. And so it's kind of one of those things I really just wanted to be able to even give back to the community, do business with them, get people connected. And so I think if we just keep having these great group of women come out, I'm really just happy with that, honestly.
Yay. Well, thank you so much for sharing about that. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
All right.
And now for a word from our sponsors.
Hey y'all, I'm April,
Hi, I'm Caroline.
and we have a new podcast for you. What's it called, Caroline?
Bloody Happy Hour.
It's going to be your new favorite guilty pleasure. We're going to talk about some bloody stuff. Serial killers, true crime,
Rape.
rapists. Why not join us? We'll have a good time.
You literally never know. I don't know what I'm going to say. Bloody Happy Hour. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Bros and foes and heroes. Gonna tell you about bros and foes and heroes. Gonna tell you about.
Hey, I'm Zach,
And I'm Mike.
and we have a fantastic new podcast to tell you about. Bros, Foes, and Heroes. It's the two of us looking into the world of comics, breaking down some characters that you may have never heard of, and some that are just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, so Zach comes up with a character each time, and I go into it just completely blind. I don't know who this person is or what their abilities are or anything, and basically I guess we kind of go over their origin story and just some of the ridiculous stuff that maybe, especially Golden Age stuff.
Oh, Golden Age stuff is always the best, and we will make sure to highlight all of the shenanigans and just absolute weirdness of everything.
Yeah, that's right. So subscribe today and follow us on Instagram at Bros, Foes, Heroes.
And if you don't, I know where you live. Not really, but please subscribe.
Bros and foes and heroes. Gonna tell you about bros and foes and heroes. Gonna tell you about.
Hi, this is Sarah,
And I'm Carter.
and this is Some of Our Thoughts.
We're two Southern sommeliers, and we want to share everything we love and know about wine. We started hanging out during quarantine and cooking and drinking and listening to music, and we just thought this would be a great way to bring everything we know to you guys.
We will make wine knowledge and food pairings easy and approachable. So put on your favorite vinyl, grab your favorite glass of wine, tune into our show, and let's have some fun.
Wine and
vinyl.
So check us out on roguemedianetwork.com or wherever you get your favorite podcast. We'll be talking about a lot.
And now, back to the episode. All right, and we're back. So we were just talking about some of the things you would love to see from this and kind of just helping our community and giving back. One of the questions I love to ask people is what would you like to see more of in our community?
Ooh, That is great. I think one of the things that I've loved is these events. They keep having events. And I think the thing that they've done a great job of is every big event that I've seen, it always has something for everyone.
Yeah.
So it has something for the adults. It has something for the kids. It has something for the young adults. And I think that's just been such a great way to bring this community together. So any events I think I keep seeing, I just love that because it's just such a great way for everyone in the community to come together and get exposure to things that they may not have known about.
Yeah, I love that. That's so fantastic. And with our community being so unique, is there anybody you want to shout out that's been along for this journey?
Oh my gosh. I have to say all my friends have been wonderful. They have just been, of course, great supports as far as this goes. We've just had a lot of other great support. So we actually did a collaboration with Turn Up Waco. They were wonderful.
Shout out Hope. We
Yes,
love you.
huge shout out to Hope. She did a class with us. And again, just another great way, got people moving, got people excited. I've had some other friends, of course, over even at the Crunch community. I've become friends with Zumba instructor Enrique. He's been great at supporting this. And so honestly, like I said, I think just everyone has just been wonderful as far as the support on that.
I love that so much. And it's so fantastic just getting to see people getting active and being healthy in our community.
Yeah, I think a lot of people kind of definitely were timid the first one. They didn't know what to expect. I mean, understandably so. And so it's been great to see people coming back and bringing their friends or telling them, and people being like, I'm looking forward to the next one. I mean, we've had girls that were committed. They showed up for like 20 minutes and they were like, I have to go to this other event, but I'm glad I got to be here. And I was like, I'm impressed you even made that much time. Yeah.
That's so sweet. What is why do you think it's so important for this to be in our community now?
Yeah, I think Waco is growing. I mean, we've all seen it. And I think especially, too, for people that have lived here their whole life, they may know a lot more. But people that have chosen to stay here for school, work, etc., I think it's just really a great way for people to get to know each other. Especially, I would say, you know, as a young adult, it can be hard to make adult friends. And so I think that this has been a really great way for people to come together and also just even learn about other businesses and things like that. So it really just, again, comes about people just supporting each other. It's important.
Yeah, I love that. And what is some advice you give somebody who's either wanting to start walking or wanting to get motivated or start moving their body?
Yeah, I would definitely say, you know, it doesn't have to be big. I think that if you can just do anything even small, it could be a walk around your block, a walk around your complex, get a friend, do something small. You know, I think sometimes fitness can be overwhelming because you don't know where to start or how to start, or you feel like you have to work out for an hour. And honestly, sometimes it just can be so simplistic as just go for a 10-minute walk, time yourself. And I think it's a really great way to start. And if you also aren't sure, you are welcome to join us. So even though it's a little longer, if you can stay with us as long as you want, or if you feel comfortable with, and yeah, but really, again, just if you feel like you're motivated enough, like you can do it. It doesn't always need to be taking so much on at one time. So
yeah, I love that advice. And often people, again, have those misconceptions or when I'm gonna work out, I'm gonna do it, you know. And I'm one of those people myself. So just hearing getting out there and being active in our community, and again, even just walking around your block, it's just so important to do.
Oh yeah, honestly, that for me, sometimes we get busy. I mean, everyone's busy. We have 100 things we can all be doing, and so I know I do like to have a pretty good routine. But on the days where I don't, I will try to just be like, I can give myself 10 minutes instead of being on Instagram and scrolling or something else, which I've admitted to doing. I will say, okay, 10 minutes, put some headphones on, put a playlist on, just something so that we can get yourself moving. Even if it's walking around your own space, just something to go ahead and get those steps in, get your body moving, get that heart pumping.
Wow, I absolutely love that. Well, thank you so much for sharing that.
Absolutely. Well, like I said, anyone that's never sure, I'm so happy. Please reach out. Please come to the walk to be part of it. We also always do try to do something fun as our walk. So the last walk we did have our stickers. This one coming up, we are actually gonna have popsicles for everyone. So a little bit of a sweet treat, beat the heat
because it's a little hot.
It's a little hot,
just a little bit.
Yeah. So I do tell everyone to please stay hydrated. Do not push yourself past your limits, and also sunscreen, very important. It's hot in Central Texas. We need to wear that sunscreen and stay hydrated for sure.
Perfect. And where can we find you? Plug yourself. Give us all the things.
Absolutely. So we are on Instagram. It is Waco Hot Girl Walks. That is the easiest way. I run the account myself, so I'm
slide
really
in those DMs.
Please do. Yes, I read them. I try to keep up with everyone.
You were great. You're fun. That's how we booked this right here.
Yes. So thank you so much again. But yeah, please, anyone that's interested, reach out. Like I said, we're so happy to have everyone, and I'm really just thankful for this opportunity to be here to talk about this. I really never expected when I started a walk, and I never thought a year ago when I moved back to Waco that I would be on a podcast in that week. So yeah.
Yay, and now you're on No Waco.
And now we are, and now we know about No Waco and Hot Girl Walks. So
yes. Well, one more time, give us all the information, where to be at, where to meet, wrap it all up.
Absolutely. All right. So Waco Hot Girl Walks, that is our Instagram at Waco Hot Girl Walks. So our first walk is the first Monday of the month, but our next one is actually this upcoming Monday, June 10th. We meet at the Redwood Shelter at Cameron Park, which you can put that in your GPS. If you put in the Redwood Shelter, it comes up. It's a parking lot. So very easy to find. That's why we meet there. And at 6:30, we will start walking.
Perfect.
And, so
and is that 6:30 p.m. or
6:30 p.m. So
6:30
p.m. we meet, and 6:30 p.m. we start walking. So try to get there to make sure you can catch us.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
And hopefully you guys will be able to make it. And hopefully maybe I'll be able to make it.
Absolutely. We hope to see you there. Of course.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Find us everywhere on all social media platforms, KNOW_Waco. Check us out at roguemedianetwork.com, and we're on YouTube under Rogue Media Network. Check out nowaco.com.